Gulf of Oman, this particular resulting war, looks like they're trying to provoke the situation in the Gulf of Oman. I think it should be avoided. The slippery slope, okay, always leads to the mass extinction and funerals and graveyards. So I do think that these bombs probably Iran, but the thing is, we still shouldn't bomb people and blow them up. Sending missiles and rockets over is not good. It's strange, I had a dream yesterday. It was an aeroplane or something, rocket. It fired and it went straight into like a ship, like one of the American ships. And strange, but it was like the mast of a ship. Now masts are normally the old ships from hundreds of years ago. And it melted. The whole metal just melted. It was amazing in my dream. So I was thinking, in these wars which you get today, they're extremely dangerous. They got weapons which can melt metal. And okay, so the main infrastructure of a boat is not a mast anymore, but it's a weapons armory. Now we know they've got like a foot of metal and steel surrounding the weapons armory, but it only takes one rocket with a special warhead on the end to melt the steel. And America could flatten Iran, right enough, but it only takes one to come. And I don't like this slippery slope, because it gradually, I think we should do something about allowing all the people of Iran to have access to the medical supplies and food and all those things. And I think that the tariffs, and I believe all the sanctions should be lifted on food and medicines and that type of thing. Okay, block their access to nuclear, by all means, that's a good thing, okay? They're doing the right thing doing that. But the thing is, I was just saying, in the book of Revelation, chapter 9 and verse 5, it says that 5 months was for the flying war machines. Now, 5 months is 150 days. And 1 day means 1 year in a prophetical sense. Ezekiel chapter 4 verse 6, God says that the secret code for telling time in prophetical years is that 1 day equals 1 year. Okay? Check it out. Ezekiel 4 verse 6. That's the code to all the Bible, okay? It opens up every single passage of the whole Bible. Tells you the time of the Messiah would be predicted. That he was predicted to come into the world after 70 weeks. 490 days was 490 years. Book of Daniel, read it. If you don't believe me, have a look. Chapter 9, verse 24 to 27. Mashiach says that he would be cut off for the transgressions of the people. Cut off meant crucifixion, okay? It was stoning in the Old Testament. Now, if we look at the Bible when it says that chapter 9, verse 5, Armageddon warfare, it also says that it spat out fire, brimstone and smoke, and it had wings, right, for 150 years. Take it from the time of the First World War. Now, the First World War was 1914. Take it to now, it's 105 years. No, 150 years, it's 105 years. Right, so I don't believe it's Armageddon or any such thing now, but we need to watch we don't have a slippery slope, because in 3 years' time, there could be a war. And it could lead to bad feeling, which eventually can result in a major war, an escalation of war, okay? This is what I'm saying. So, we need to concentrate on the peace initiatives, and I think we should offer all the peace initiatives to Iran through giving them the food, access to some jobs, so access to, you know, just the basic things. They need to have that, but to avoid them having any chance of getting nuclear. Anyway, the thing is, at the end of the day, it says that the kings of these plural were a threat at the end of the world. So if it's the kings of the East at the end of the world, okay, are a threat, that's what we need to watch for. And anyways, kings plural, it's not just one king, yeah? That's what we're going to see. So the thing is, we've got one king at the moment, but it says about the frogs coming out of Euphrates. Now that's interesting, because Euphrates is one of the kings of the East. Euphrates, yeah, is Persia. It is what? It is Iran. So I'm just pointing out that it says the frogs came out, and the frog leaps. You know, I mean, China at the moment's been taking giant leaps by buying up with their money ports and things like in different countries. Okay, and it's leaping like a leapfrog, and communism does that. It's like a giant leapfrog. It keeps leaping and leaping and jumping, and this is what I'm trying to say. So anyway, we need to be careful about all these things. So let's think about this and concentrate on peace initiatives. That's very important, because we don't want to go into a slippery slope where there's at the end of the slippery slope there's mass graveyards. Many people die. Anyway, Jesus said, follow peace with all men and holiness, without which no man shall see the Lord. That should be what we are doing. And remember, Christ Jesus came into the world to save sinners. All who love Jesus and believe on him are going to have everlasting happiness. And let's just focus on the peace. Love thy neighbour as thyself. Okay. Anyway, you can switch off the video now. I'm got to concentrate on getting my work shot.
How do you do it?
Press the red button at the back.